Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to everyone. My name is Muhammad Idris Mansur bin Borhan. My matrix number is 23 DLS F1049.
Hi, my name is Nalikarna binti Subaidi. My matrix number is 23DLS22F1051.
Okay, my name is Nurul Izzah binti Mizun. My matrix number is 23DLS22F1059.
Abstract. This study is titled Study Skills Among Students in Nilai Polytechnic Students of Diploma Logistics and Supply Chain Management. This study aims to research study skills among students in Department of Commerce in Logistics and Supply Chain Management at the Polytechnic Nilai from the aspect of student time management and group learning practice in among the students. Questionnaire form has distributed 200 random respondents consisting of 69 students in the Department of Commerce in Logistics and Supply Chain Management Polytechnic Nilai who followed the diploma program. Next, the introduction. All over the world, institutions of higher learning are made into centers of deep research various fields to move the development of a stable and intact country in the current globalization. Students should be able to master and combine various skills that related such as listening, observing, thinking skills, including skills learning, to produce a form of education that is more meaningful and better at the same time we get excellent result in academics in particular. Smart move will ensure that students are always in a comfortable state to study and beyond succeed. We move to literature research. When it is said to be a skill, it demands that we know what a skill is which will be studied. It is more accurate to call it learning how to learn. Often it is referred to as smart study, which means learning with the right method coupled with interest, high motivation and seriousness. When mentioned as a skill, it is also need repetition. Certain learning techniques need to be mastered by students, ensure that students are skilled in facing the campus environment and can then learn calmly and perfectly in campus. Study skills here are fine defined as the competence and ability of a person in applying technique, facing the situation of obtaining knowledge that is learning, for example, in terms of how to overcome problems, gather information, make notes, or motivate yourself to get success or the best result in the field you are engaged in comfortable situation. The objectives of the report is first, to know how students manage their time in the process learning. Second, to know the extent of the application of group learning in the student community.
Problem statement. In fact, there are still many students who do not know the technology of learning skills should be mastered by them in facing life and learning situation in IPT. Some students who fail or do not excel in the exam actually has more ability and capability than what reflected by their decision. Certain learning skills must be mastered by students to ensure success can be achieved at the best possible level. Student problem is like putting out a fire. The cause must be found and understood, then the problem can be overcome. Because of that, the researchers went to study the extent of the existence of skill learning in terms of time management and group learning in practice among students in compared department, logistics and supply chain management, DLS Nilai Polytechnic. Method. The response obtained from the respondent to the question will analyze one by one according to the sequence of question quantitatively. This study is the form of a description. All data obtained from respondents will be collected and then analyzed quantitatively, which using descriptive statistics to describe the state of the available data on the study sample, such as by finding the mean score and its level, as well as the frequency percentage. Feedback Feedback form. Information will be obtained from respondent by using a question investigate. This question contains three parts, namely part A, B, and C. First, part A, respondent demographic information. Part A contains questions at obtaining information in the form of demographic such as the student's background consisting of gender and semester. Part B, student time management. Time management on this part B will direct the question toward find out in student are smart in time management based on characteristics good time management. This section also uses the life cycle method. Part C, group learning practice among the students. This group study practice is in part C. The questions are including the need for group learning and whether it is still practiced until now at DLS, PLS. This section also uses better life cycle. Exhortation. This study assumes that all respondents really understand the purpose of the ND. This is done and answer the question honestly and rationally. Example of respondent who selected is also assumed to represent the population as whole. Determination of this study also depends on the openness of the respondent in giving their answer, skincare, and honest without any prejudice.
Hello and very good morning and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Idris Mansur bin Borhan. My matrix number is 23 DLS 22 F1049. Today I'm going to carry on about data analysis. Well, this chapter will be discussed related to the analysis and findings of the study obtained through the collected questionnaire. Also, this study will take into account student skills in student time management and group study practices among those students. This is our overall analysis data from part A to the part B. And this is overall analysis data for part C. Going to the analysis of part A, that is demographic data by respondent of gender male 40%, female 54%, and by total is 100%. Respondent by semester 1 14%, semester 2 35%, semester 3 17%, semester 4 21%, semester 5 13%, and total up for the respondent my semester is 100%. We're going to the analysis of part B, that is time management. Number 1, item detail, minimum score, and level. Number 1, questionnaire. I made daily, weekly timetable for myself, 3.13 and neutral. I like to prioritize work, 4.404, that is level high. I use my time by doing useful things only, 3.59, and that is neutral. Every day I spend doing my revision, 3.06, that is neutral also. For the third time, 3.75, that is neutral also. I have free time to spare mind. Number six is I do work one by one without hanging to rush. Minimum score of 3.81, that is high. We're moving on to the analysis, carry on from part B, that is time management also. Number seven is I continue to do work given without the delay. Minimum score of 3.28, that is neutral. I control my time by making list things that need to be done. 4.10, that is high. 9 is I am disciplined person by in managing time. That is 3.44, neutral. And overall of it from the time management of analysis of part B is 3.5780, that is accordingly is neutral. We carry on, and last but not least about analysis is part C, that is group learning. Number 10, I like to study in groups rather than self-learning. 3.79, neutral. Number 11, I like to give opinions and ideas when study or discuss in groups. 3.93, that is high. Number 12, I like to give opinions and ideas when study or discuss in groups. 3.98, that is high. Also high. 13, studying in group can help me improving the quality of learning. 4.22, that is high also. 14, I made a discussion with a related friend, learning problems every week. There is also 3.77, make it a neutral. 15, of course, it's going to be high. We're going to the analysis of part C. One more, about six. Number 16, I like the groups to have input. There is benefit from discussion. Minimum score of 4.36, level of high. Overall is 4.0166, that is accordingly high. This is overall analysis data of each item. GLS 3.5780. GLS is a course in PNS. That is what we are seeing. Level of it is neutral, minimum mean of C, and level is currently high. Average mean score is 3.8, that is required by high. Moving on to our discussion. The discussion of the result of the study is based on the questions students that include time management done by students in the learning process and application of group learning amongst the students. In our opinion, the study skills guide for students' study skills tips, strategies, and lessons aimed at improving study habits, reading comprehension, and writing. Well, according to the Carnegie Mellon University, group performance must be translated into individual grades, which raise issues of fairness and equity. Complicating both these issues is the fact that neither group processes nor individual contributions are necessarily apparent in the final product. Overall, the study findings illustrate that learning skills which the respondent have is high. They were found to agree more than part C, which is group learning. This shows that the respondent has skills high learning from the aspect of group learning practice. Therefore, students need to use the best techniques, such as always doing work and learning groups to ensure tasks are easier to do. as well as more learning, easy to follow and understand by it. In other words, they don't manage time with good in managing times. Students should know how to use time effectively, challenges and obstacles in using time, as well as the consequences of not using the right time. Conclusion: life in campus or IPT is not something to be taken lightly. It requires careful measurement and preparation to prevent students from deviating or run away from the original goal to get there. Well, as a student myself, they are also burdened with various activities and assignments. Well, therefore, students should manage their time wisely and correctly. All the work or the task given must be done without waiting for the last minute. In ensure students have skills in learning. Well, a student himself need to know themselves what they are capable to do or what they are not capable to do, and ask for help from another person that is very good at it.